Hey guys, Star Watch Media at the Hamptons International Film Festival 2013 with Steve Schirripa, the star of the film A Poet Long Ago. So Steve, tell me a little bit about the film.
The movie takes place. The movie takes place in the in the 70s. It was written by Pete Hamill, directed by Bob Giraldi, a legendary video director and commercial director, just a wonderful guy. And they came to me and asked me to do this. Pete Hamill, it's based on a true story. Pete Hamill is a writer who bumped into this guy that was an influence on him when he was younger. And this guy is now a garbage man. And they sit in a diner and they have a conversation how their lives went in different directions. Pete became this well-known international author, wealthy, respected. This guy's a garbage man. And Pete tells him how Sonny was an influence on him when he was younger. He was a poet. And so it's a wonderful little piece about how two people starting in the same place, Catholic school, and their lives go in different directions. And they're both happy, but maybe in a different way. So it was really, really nice doing it. And Bob Giraldi has directed. He's the guy, to make it short. Bob directed the video with Michael Jackson Pepsi videos in those days, and he's really the guy, the founder of the video. Madonna, he's worked with everyone. So it was an honor to work with him. It was a lot of fun. And Pete Hamill, I had never met before this. So it was great. Real New York kind of piece. We shot it in Brooklyn. And it's got good response, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to see it now. Haven't seen it in a while, and it was good.
Great.
Shall I interview you? Now, where are you from?
I'm from Dallas, Texas, Steve.
And now, what the hell are you doing in the backyard of this place? I hope this guy's paying you enough. Brett, is that his name?
Brett.
If Brett or Todd, I could have figured that by the orange shoes and the blue socks.
Love it, love it. So
And there's Ken from the Barbie dolls. He's walking around. See that guy?
you should interview me. You're much better at this. So I mean, you've been, acting for years. You're on The Sopranos, and I'm curious how you feel like, working on a smaller film like this, how the film scene in New York has evolved over the years. What are the changes that you're seeing?
This was a piece. You do things for money, obviously, to pay the bills, and then you do things because you really want to, like this. This was everyone. It actually probably cost Bob money, but he really liked it. It was based on a short story by Pete, and it was well done. I do all kinds of stuff, Obviously, I do stuff for the money. I've got two kids. We got to pay the bills. But there's a lot of stuff that I do because I like it. I'm doing an independent film running on empty at the end of the month. I just did a little bit with Clint Eastwood in the Jersey Boy movie. So I do, if I like it, I'll do it. There's also stuff that it's just awful that you get, and you go, another mob guy, hey, I'm going to kill you. So I turn that stuff down. I'm lucky enough to be able to. And you try to look for something. Not everything's a gem, but this was a good one. This was a good piece. And there's a lot of really good independent films, and I've done quite a few. And, I like kind of doing this stuff. I'm lucky enough to be able to kind of do stuff whether I want, to kind of pick and choose a little bit.
So given that you've worked in a plethora of mediums for a bunch of different years, I'm curious, working with some of the Clint Eastwood, you said, and James Gandolfini, what are the things that you've taken, the little gems of advice or lessons that you've learned or you've taught them, perhaps?
Well, I work with Clint. This is the second time I work with Clint Eastwood. And you notice with, the big directors, they don't tell you a whole lot. It's always the small guys that don't know what they're doing. They're always directing you, too much, this director, I must have did 40 takes, and I said, did we get it? He said, I hope so. And whereas Clint Eastwood, who never yells action and never yells cut, and very nicely, very nice demeanor, suggests and doesn't tell you what to do, and most of the real successful guys and the good directors, that's kind of how it goes, and working with Jim was one of my dear friends. I mean, just a terrific actor, when he trying to make you scared, you don't have to act scared. You know, you automatically were scared. But you know, there's so many wonderful actors, and when it all clicks, you know, you have some really good days, or some experiences on a movie are really good, where you go, well, that was fun. Now that I enjoyed. And then there's stuff that you do and you go, oh, that sucked. I hate this. But that's just part of it. You know, not everything can be great, you know.
So what makes you excited to premiere A Poet Long Ago at Hamptons? It sounds like you're very proud of the project.
Yeah, no, I like it very much. I'm not a big Hamptons guy. You know, I don't come out here that often. I go to California.
I saw you in a white suit earlier. What are you talking about?
White. I saw a guy there, looked like he fell off the magazine cover. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful fall day, and I am happy to be here. There's some good films. Ralph Macchio, I know how's the film. He's a friend of mine, and I'm looking forward to seeing them. And then I'm going to head back to the city.
Nice. So what's up next for you?
I have a show on Investigation Discovery called Calm as a Bitch that I exec produce and I created. And I shoot that soon. And I'm shooting this movie Running on Empty.
It's the same as the River Phoenix film from the 1980s.
Running on Empty, is that what it was called?
Yeah.
They recycled the I guess they couldn't think of a new title. I don't know. But it's a young filmmaker and a bunch of younger kids, and it's a really good script. And I play a priest, and I've never done that before. So I also like to try to find... and the funny thing is, lately I've been seeing priests that are kind of not very priestly, if you know what I'm saying.
Questionable.
Yeah.
I could totally see he's a questionable priest.
I was at a thing, and the priest was drunk. I mean, he was flat out drunk, and he had the collar on, and I'm going, really? So...
Times are changing. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations.